great basketball.
Defender for the Monsters, Jason Tatum.
We'll be covering pre and post game back on this channel. Welcome into Celtics Postgame Live, everybody. I'm Justin Lowe. That's Jack. That's Ian. That's Ryan. We're back for another edition of Celtics Postgame Live. The Celtics grabbed themselves a 134-125 win over the Atlanta Hawks. Celtics are heading out for 6 straight road games to close out the season. They take this game, a big game in Atlanta. Got a little dicey there in the end. We'll get to that and a lot more later on in the show. But why don't we go down the line here and we'll get everybody's initial starts. We'll go with Jack. We'll swing it to Ryan, and then we'll cap off with my boy Ian. Go download Sharps. Rob knows a lot more information than I do. I need to do a better job of promoting this. But you can link all your sports bets. You can link all the different types of things to these. So definitely go download Sharps. Use that promo code right there. And then for now, let's start with Jack. Jack, your thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, I mean, I think again, I think we played like our brand of basketball, like I think we played what we're known for doing. It's just playing great offense and drilling the three. And I feel like again, just with the defense, I'm just waiting for that game where we can hold them under 100 or like.
Right.
Can you imagine if we can hold a team to like 90, like 95 points? Like seeing that would really give me a lot more confidence. But and again with the rebounding, I feel like we could be a lot better on the rebounds. But other than those issues that have kind of been brewing all season, I kind of feel like other than that, I think we played a good game. I think there was Celtics basketball. Making the threes. Tatum really stepped up when he had to. I was really happy with how he was able to play down the line, hitting some big shots for us. And, great game overall.
Yeah, so I agree there. I was actually really happy with this game, and especially the way – I know Marcus Smart got into a little bit of beef at the end there, but I thought in the end of the third quarter, in the whole fourth quarter, Marcus Smart got back to who he was for a split second. He was getting in the lane. He was dishing out assists. He was, bumping, playing good defense. He was creating turnovers. We won that challenge, got that possession back. I thought he played great until that little scuffle there at the end. But another game where like the Celtics, this is something that championship teams do. They're able to pull away, get back up eight versus a scrappy team. This is showing me that we're going to sweep a team in the first round in that play-in area.
Definitely. I think it was huge. I think the Celtics had a great game offensively. This was one of their better offensive games, I think, of the season. Jason Tatum looked great tonight. Like, it was like a quiet 30. Like, sometimes he can go off and, you'll know that he went off. But tonight, he was just hitting his shots. He was super efficient. Well, not super efficient, but he was efficient. Everybody else contributed off the bench. I mean, you got the production from Hauser. Derek White was like 7 of 10 tonight. Malcolm Brogdon was really huge down the stretch. This is the team that we saw at the beginning of the year. That this game reminded me a lot of the Pelicans game. I don't know if you remember earlier in the year when they were in New Orleans, and New Orleans kept trying to fight back. They kept trying to get there, but it never felt like they were ever going to, because the Celtics just had a stranglehold on the game the entire time. So I was really happy with it. Obviously, what are you going to say about the defense? Nobody was playing defense in that game, but the Celtics pulled away, and they made the big plays when they needed to, when Al Horford got the block at the end of the game to Brogdon's dunk.
Yeah, so like the past, 4 post-game shows, 3-4 post-game shows before our previous 2 post-game shows, we talked a lot of negative things. So I don't want to bring too much negativity in tonight, but I do want to get, I guess, the negativity and the negatives out of the way. First things first, guys, we saw this in the NBA Finals, and I texted Rob during the game. I'm going to be honest with you. Thank you for scanning the QR code, whoever just did that. That's dope of you to do that. But I just really don't think Jaylen Brown should dribble the basketball. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but every time Jaylen Brown puts the ball on the floor, it either turns over or we just get the lucky bounce that it just gets into somebody else's hands. But other than a few miscues on the offensive ends, a few turnovers. We had 8 on the night, which isn't bad whatsoever. I really think the Celtics came to play defensively. They didn't. And I get that, neither team played defense in tonight's game. I understand that. These types of games are going to happen. Celtics were just happy enough to pull away with the victory, but I didn't there were so many defensive lapses. There were so many different, I guess, there were so many lapses. I feel like they had so many open looks, whether it was at the basket or at the 3-point line, that the Celtics really need to adjust going forward. I do want to talk about, though, who do I want to – there was a player – oh, yeah. Me and Jack were talking about him, Blake Griffin.
I heard this on the way down.
Listen, this was another game where – this is second straight game where Blake Griffin was installed into the regular rotation and Grant Williams was a healthy scratch. We barely touched on that in the Portland game. We mentioned it a little bit at the end of the postgame show, but I think that it's only fair that we take some time to go through this. We'll start with Jack, we'll go with Ryan, then we'll go with Ian. But, I mean, this clearly looks like something that's established. This isn't just a one-game thing with Grant. This is another healthy scratch, and this is another replacement in Grant Williams' name.
Yeah, no, I mean, at first it was like, at first you're thinking like, maybe it's just getting his mental side right again, letting him take a break, and get in the gym, get in the weight room. But this is has it been two or 3 games that we haven't seen Grant? I don't know exactly what the number is, but
I think it's that we haven't seen him in.
Yeah, no, it's been a while, and even before that incident in Cleveland with the free throws thing, he was still getting less minutes than we saw. So I think that was just the nail in the coffin. I really think, and I don't really see a way that he is back in Boston next year. To be honest with you, because coming from him, I don't know why he would want to come back and play the way that he is, like the way his season's going here. And
So
there's no way we pay him the money he wants.
I agree.
Do you think he put that in his own head? Like the whole like 20 million thing. Do you think he put that, do you think he thinks, he put that ego in his own head? I mean, ever since we've heard reports of him requesting the 20 million, like again, these could just be reports, but he hasn't ever come out and denied that narrative.
Yeah.
Do you think this maybe he got into his own head and that's happening right now, Ryan?
Yeah, dude, I'm the biggest stickler on this thing. I think as soon as he had that game 7 against the Bucks, his head swelled so much and he tried to get a contract like we saw in the past with Bismack Biyombo getting that huge contract. These playoff contracts, man, right? He tried to do it. He didn't get it. He's been remaining on his high horse. The Cleveland incident was a slap in the face. He fell out of the rotation. I don't know if we covered the end of the Portland game. He was in at the end of the Portland game. I've never seen somebody play so hard in garbage time for being a starter 10 games ago. He
was just chucking up shots though. Like, is that even playing hard?
That's what I mean. But he was the only one on the court hustling. Like, he was really the only one on the court. Everyone else was kind of just going through the motions. He's out here chasing offensive rebounds and shooting threes, and which is great. But I think I don't think we've seen the end of Grant yet in the Celtics uniform. I think Grant's going to go away for a little bit. We're going to see Blake Griffin in the rotation a bit more, but I feel like Grant Williams has always kind of proven us wrong in a way. So I can see one more push from Grant to get back into the playoff rotation. I think he's going to get another shot in the regular season. But right now, Blake is definitely the safe option for the Celtics to play.
And I also don't know if this whole elbow thing is serious or they're just playing it off as he does have an elbow thing, but we're going to play him anyway because everybody's scared to see what's going on with Robert Williams and that second nights of a back-to-back on Al Horford. Like, the Celtics center rotation is extremely slim as it is. So I bet that Grant Williams, they're trying to avoid any serious injury there, and they're just playing it safe with throwing in Blake for a few games, Ian.
Yeah, I agree. This is, in a way, kind of what we expected from Blake, though. Like, this is why he had so many DMPs in the beginning of the year. So
Right.
he's able to be in this situation to play all these minutes at the end of the season. And, I was going to talk about the injury thing before you brought it up because it might be a legit thing. He said he couldn't even feel anything in his hand. So maybe it's something to do with that. Also, I think there probably is something going on between Grant and the team because, a guy like him doesn't just get DNPs for no reason. And if he's injured, he'd be on IR or
Right.
he'd be on the IL if he's injured. So I don't know.
And to that point, Ian, Pritchard was on the injury report tonight, but he gets DNPs, healthy scratches all the time. So
exactly, Peyton Pritchard, he had that one thing around the trade deadline, but he ended up coming back and just saying hey, I'm gonna play through it regardless. And so, maybe it's not an injury thing. Maybe it's just, Grant's, there's something going on, but. At this point, I feel like we're not going to know until after the season ends. I feel like,
and I also and I also think with the Grant thing, just to add something, I think he'll definitely get some playoff minutes. Just because I think he's going to get a decent amount if we run into the Bucks. I think it all just depends on our matchup, because Grant is so important for that Bucks matchup, and you would much rather him than, sorry, Justin, but rather him than Blake Griffin.
No, 100%.
Out there for, yeah. I just didn't. I know Blake's your boy, so.
Yeah, he is my boy. But and that is also relieving though when guys like Grant Williams are out, Robert Williams is out. That you have guys like Blake Griffin who can step up. We saw that Marcus Smart got ejected tonight. That we'll talk about that a little later in the show. Marcus Smart got ejected. Who came in off the bench for him? It was Malcolm Brogdon. That's how deep the Celtics team is, and we have the ability to, make something special with the roster that we have. I am a little bit surprised. I'm not at the team not going out in the buyout market and getting a backup wing. Because essentially, you want to try to get Tatum these rested minutes. Same thing with Jaylen Brown. And then on top of that, Sam Hauser, he's great offensively, defensively. He's getting there. Still a little bit of a liability at times. I was a little surprised when you had guys like Danny Green, Will Barton, and Terrence Ross on the market. You didn't go out and get one of those guys. I was a little bit surprised because they were all linked to the Celtics. But, I think Mazzulla and honestly Brad Stevens, I'm sure Brad – nips his, tips and his opinions here and there. I'm sure they have an idea of what they want and what they're expecting moving forward as we come down in the final weeks of the regular season. I believe we only have 5 or 6 weeks left, which is crazy to even think about. But I want to shift. I want to shift the talk a little bit to another portion of tonight's game where it happened with about $1:35 left to go in the game. Celtics were up by 8. Hawks had a little bit of momentum. Trae Young, Marcus Smart, a little tie-up. Smart thought he got kicked in the nuts on purpose. Trae Young was saying, whoa, that's not what it was. They both go to the ground. Smart gets ejected. Technical fouls assessed to Trae Young. We'll go down the line once again. Was this anything serious? Are we going to get to see Smart play against Houston, or was this just a heat of the moment type of thing?
I think it was just a heat of the moment type thing. I don't think Trae even did it on purpose. I don't even think he knew where Marcus was. He was laying the ball up. He was looking right at the rim. And I don't think there's any way he could have done that on purpose. And I think it's just two guys. The adrenaline's high and intense the last moments of the fourth quarter. And I think we'll be good. I think Marcus will play. And I didn't even really understand the ejection, to be honest with you, but.
Yeah, I think same thing. I don't think we won't see a suspension for this. I think the league will body slam to Trae Young. He might end up with a fine, but I'm sure he'll be back in the rotation. What I do think is after playing so well to have a play like that, it definitely hurts because Marcus didn't even realize that Trae's shot didn't count at that point. He for a second, it looked like he just given up an and one to make it a 6-point game or a 5-point game with a free throw, and then got ejected and had 2 technicals on it. 2 technical foul shots on it. That could have been a 4-point game right there, and they were a step away from that happening with a minute 35, taking him out of the game, anything could have happened. So I just think it's such a crazy thing to do in that scenario right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not, well, this is going to sound stupid, but it's obviously not the smartest thing of him to do.
Oh my god!
Look at this guy
The
with the
pun.
puns.
I noticed the pun before I said it, but I just had to roll with it. But yeah, in that situation, you really don't want to see that because, like you said, Ryan, that possibly could have been a 4-point swing, and we could possibly see a Celtics game going into overtime at this point. Obviously, it didn't, so can't talk about the things that don't happen. But Marcus played really well in this game tonight. This was like one of the first games in a while where you kind of noticed him. He didn't take a whole lot of like random shots, that he didn't need to. I mean, he still shot 4 of 12, so he still shot a lot, but it didn't look like it was a lot because he was still making other plays. He was still playing pretty good defense, I would say. Not, amazing defense, but it was pretty okay defense, I would say. And, I mean, he still had 6 assists, which is more than I think he's had since he's come back. So that's pretty encouraging as well. So I'm okay with Smart. He'll probably end up getting fined. But honestly, I don't think it's a big deal.
Celtics go into Houston tomorrow night, I believe, and they play on Monday night. Celtics, Rockets, what are we expecting? I mean, Rockets are a team they're taking for Wembanyama, but the Celtics can't go into these games thinking that because that's when the Celtics lose these games. It's funny. We see teams like we see teams like the Warriors, we see teams like the Bucks, we see teams like the Sixers, and even go ahead and throw in the Cavaliers. Like Celtics came to play. We lost 3 games against the Cavs, came to play all 3 games. We see teams like that, and we're like, okay, no problem. We're short-handed. We can go out and play. And then you see teams like the Magic and the Rockets and these teams, and the Celtics kind of dog it. So I really don't care who answers this, but what are we looking for Monday night against the Houston Rockets? Because this is certainly a trap game. I know it's a road game, but it's certainly a trap game.
I mean, I'm just looking. I just want to win. If we can win this game by like 20 or like by like 15 plus, I think that would just be a real statement. And even though it's like a crappy team, it's like these are the games that we are been losing. So if we can confidently win this game, I think that would be a huge confidence boost for everyone, for the fans, the players. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the Celtics are missing shots and they miss shots, but what I want the most is for them to. And this is the second game of a road trip. They're looking at a Houston team with 15 wins, but Houston's going to come out with energy and they're going to play the same way with the same energy. They might not play good defense, but that means the Celtics have to at least go and try to score out there. So I just hope the effort's there against the team and we just don't go lackadaisical against a team with 15 wins.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to try to pull a Seamus here, but I already made a bet saying if the Celtics lose to the Rockets, I'm going to buy a Rockets jersey.
Don't guarantee it. Are you Seamus guaranteeing?
I'm not Seamus guaranteeing, but it's one of those things where I really think the Celtics will win on Monday. If they don't win, then it sucks. But it's one of those things where, like you said, they're the 15-win Rockets. I mean, they've put together a couple good performances over the last couple games. I know they won the other night. I think it was against the Spurs, obviously, but they still had 140. So, I mean, they can score. They can score. Jalen Green can score. What's his name? Is it Kevin Porter Jr.? Is he's still playing? I think he's over there still. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good player. Sengun's a good player. They have a lot of good guys over there. It's just, the Celtics just can't underestimate an opponent because, I mean, we crap on teams like the Bucks and the Knicks for losing to the Hornets. If we lose to the Rockets, that would definitely not end well for us. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's one of those things where I just think the Celtics need to, they can't obviously underestimate their opponent. And who knows, maybe we'll see a record-breaking game because the Rockets have been really good at letting star players have record-breaking games on them. So,
yeah, the Rockets tonight, I'm just looking real quick. They lost by 8 to the Bulls tonight, but they had 8 of their 9 guys in the rotation have 9+ points.
That's solid. That's
And,
solid.
and only one of those had
There you
9
go.
points. Everyone else was in double figures. So they have 8 or 9 guys that can score the rock. So the Celtics just have to score back. That's really what it is.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
we saw these teams play a couple of months ago. I think it was in November. I could be wrong, November, but these two teams played. It was pretty tight. If I can remember, it was pretty tight up until the fourth quarter where the Celtics pulled away with it then. But Grant Williams had his best game of the year against this Houston Rockets team, and I do remember that. So, this is going to be a game where I would love to see Tatum and Brown and even throw in a guy like Horford to get low minutes and then up the minutes for guys like Grant, guys like Sam Hauser, Derek White, Blake Griffin. Hey, maybe even throw in if JD and Kevin Yele are on the are available for this game as well. Maybe throw those guys in there as well. I mean, I feel like this would be the game to do it. You got to use up their two-way games in the regular season. Why not against one of the youngest teams in the league right here against players that they are, more likely to see and face. Celtics and Rockets Monday night. Celtics take down the Hawks 134-125. Jason Tatum 34-15. JB 24. Marcus Smart, who was ejected in the fourth. It didn't matter because we had Malcolm Brogdon. I want to talk about one thing, guys, before we wrap up, because one thing that we've been kind of asking about Joe Mazzulla is not about the starting lineups, but more so the closing lineups. And that guy who has been in and out of those closing lineups has been Derek White. He was in that closing lineup today. What do we think about Derek White being in the closing lineup? I mean, some people say he should be in the starting lineup. I'm not going to go ahead and say that, and I only say that because I think the Celtics starting five, when they're healthy, are hands down the best starting five in the league, and that's not just statistically. I really do believe that when they're healthy, they are the best starting five in the league. But as Rob mentioned before, a guy who's supposed to be our 6th, 7th, 8th man has been playing starting role minutes, and he's actually been putting up double doubles as of late. I mean, he's playing like an all-star. He wasn't selected, but he's playing like an all-star. What is that like to see Derek White late in games? Do you like that? Do you not like that? Do you want to see more of it as we approach playoff time? Get in the playoff.
I mean, I like rolling with Marcus, I think, just because of what he brings. I think he brings the defense. I think he really picks up the energy when he's on the floor. I think we play with a lot more energy when he's out there running the ball up the floor. And he's, at the end of the day, I mean, he's the heart and soul of the team, and that's who I'm riding with at the end of the game, start of the game. I'm going with Marcus. But Derek White, I mean, you can't say enough about him. I mean, he has really brought the Celtics team to another level this year. So no disrespect to him at all, but I'm rolling with Marcus on that one.
Yeah, I've thought about this a lot, and it's really hard when the Celtics actually have 7 guys who could be in that closing lineup. If you throw Robert Williams in there when he's healthy, you can't go too small, and you can't play all 3 guards. But
Right.
It's really hard to put Malcolm Brogdon on the bench. That's the thing, And Marcus has been here so long. I don't think no matter what happens, Marcus will ever be the one to be sitting on the bench. It's going to be either Derek White or Malcolm Brogdon alongside him. So it's really, who's hot at that point in the game. I think, I think they can both. I mean, Derek White's defense is probably a little better. Malcolm Brogdon's offense is probably a little better. It's really what you need. It's going to be a situational thing in the playoffs, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with the situational thing. I think, well, this is kind of why we brought Brogdon in, so we have this choice of, if the Celtics, let's just say the Celtics are losing and they're down by like 4 or 5 heading into like the final 2 minutes, I feel like we end with Malcolm Brogdon. If the Celtics are winning and they have a lead that they need to keep, I feel like we would roll with Derek White because in that situation. And, who knows, maybe Malcolm Brogdon's having one of those games where he's shooting like 1 of 18 and, nothing is falling for him. And Derek White is shooting a lot better. Maybe you put Derek White in there to finish. I think it's all going to matter on who's hot at the time and who's playing the best throughout. If Brogdon is not healthy or, he's not playing well, maybe you just roll with Derek White. And I feel like I feel like, though, if I had to pick one, I think he would go with Brogdon just because this is why Brogdon's been on the bench to conserve his minutes, and this is what the Celtics will most likely need when it comes to the playoff time.
Right.
So, but I still agree that it'll most likely be a situational thing once the playoffs hit, but, you never know what can happen in the playoffs there. It's a crapshoot depending on what happens.
And that's also why, I have to be – and I like Missoula, I really do. But that's also another, excuse of why I have to be patient with Missoula, because I really don't think the Celtics have had this deep of a team. Even last year with Udoka, we have never had this many options. We have never had this many depth pieces on this team. I mean, we still haven't seen a healthy Robert Williams. We still haven't even seen what Gallinari can bring to the table to this team. I'm not using that as an excuse at all, but I mean, hey, he's a great piece. He's a great fit here in Boston. We'd like to see how that fits on the court, especially before playoff time. But Celtics are starting to climb back up a little bit. There's still some negatives to look at. There's always going to be negatives, but hey, you got to win against a very tough Atlanta Hawks team who you could very much meet in the first round if the Hawks do escape the play-in tournament. Celtics will take a couple days off. Actually, they'll take a day off. And then Monday, they'll open back up against the Houston Rockets. That'll be the second game of a long 6-game road trip. They get a 134-125 win here tonight. For now, I'm Justin Lowe. That's Jack. That's Ian. That's Ryan.
Hang on.
Wait, what do you got?
Yeah, I got one more thing. I got one more thing. So we should talk about final thoughts regardless. But
I think so.
We didn't do that. Oh, that's my fault. Yeah, that's right. All right.
Let's talk about final thoughts, but this is going to be my final thought here. Al Horford, over the last, hang on, give me 1 second. I got to go back for a sec.
Damn it, Ian.
Over the last 5 games, that includes tonight, he is now shooting 20 of 30 from 3.
That's incredible.
20 of 30 from 3.
Let's go, Al.
In the NBA in three-point shooting. He shot 3 of 5 tonight. So over the last 5 games, including tonight, it was 6 of 8 versus Cleveland at home, 2 of 2 versus Brooklyn, where we lost, 6 of 10 versus the Knicks, where that we lost. He didn't play the game in Cleveland. He shot 3 of 5 against Portland, and then he shot 3 of 5 tonight.
Wow.
That is
20 of 30.
He's 36 years old.
And he's 36 years old.
And I feel like he had a slow start to the season. I feel like he had a slow start to the season.
Yeah.
And now he's picking it up at the right time. We know what Al can bring defensively. We know what he can bring offensively. The crazy thing about Al Horford is he was never, I would say maybe the last year of his Atlanta days, which was in 2016, that 2015 season, he was not a three-point shooter. It was very rare to see him step behind the three-point line. So for somebody to adjust the game and the way he's adjusted to today's NBA game is just really, really cool to see. Another guy, I mean, you got to give a guy like Brook Lopez credit as well, who can step behind the arc and hit the shot. These guys played long careers, and they've adjusted to today's game very well. So give credit to Al Horford. What'd you say, 20 for 30?
That's insane.
20 for 30 over his last 5 games.
That's going to be a post for me. Yeah, that's going to be a post, definitely.
Yeah, you got to do that. That's absolutely insane efficiency from your 36-year-old,
big
power forward.
That's awesome. All right, I guess I'll go with mine. I don't know if I did post this during the game, so I'm not sure if either of you 3 have seen it yet, but there has been a small rumor circulating on Twitter about Kemba Walker.
Yep.
He was behind the Celtics tonight. Pritchard's out with a heel injury. God forbid that that's something bad, but people are speculating that if that is something bad, that the Celtics are looking to bring Kemba in to be that 4th reserve for the playoffs if somebody was to go down. So I wanted to get you guys' quick thoughts on that.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it's low risk, high reward. I mean, low risk meaning, guess what? If he sucks and he's unplayable, you either cut him or you ride him and sit him in the playoffs. If it's a high reward, he comes in. He's a great veteran. He knows what it takes to win. He's also been on this Celtics team around guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Everybody has embraced him and loved him. I think it's a low risk, high reward. I don't think, especially, I guess they are saying that Pritchard could be out extended amount of time, which JD, he's not available for the playoffs. I don't think he is. Two-way players can't play in the playoffs.
Nope.
And I really don't see a point in converting him to a standard deal. He's a rookie. He hasn't had much experience. I would go with the veteran in this case. And again, low risk, high reward, I feel like.
Definitely.
I mean, yeah,
I would 100% be on board with Kemba Walker. I think that would be a great addition. I mean, just locker room chemistry too. I mean, he'll have the best smile in the league coming from the Celtics bench. So, I mean, but no, seriously, I think, it's at this point, it's no risk, high reward at this point. You're basically bringing in a guy that literally, I mean, it doesn't matter what he does. The Celtics could, like you said, Justin, if he's not good, the Celtics just don't play him. If he's good, then you got a guy who has been on this team before and has played really well before. You got another guy off the bench and just continuously filling out your depth. So, in a way, he could maybe be that spark plug off the bench guy that Pritchard could have been.
That's what I mean. You're filling that role, and we're hoping that Kemba doesn't even need to play unless there's situational minutes or there's an injury. So I think it's definitely I'm on board with it.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Jack, are you on
you
board
hit the. Yeah. Yeah, I am, Justin. I mean, I think you hit the nail on that.
The other Jack thinks so.
I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head with it, Justin. I mean, it's low risk, high reward. I mean, like you said, I mean, he can be a veteran who knows the game, knows the team, or he can just be washed, and we are where we are now. So,
didn't he have a 35-point game in Dallas this year?
He did. I think it was like his first game with Dallas,
and then he got cut like a few games
and then
later.
I don't know. Well, maybe they were nervous that he was going to steal Luka's spotlight. It's like Luka was like, "Get this guy out
from
of here."
Luka.
It was like retro Kemba. Like he put up like 35 in an overtime win against a good team. I think it was.
Luka didn't even play that game. I don't think. I think it was just.
Luka didn't even play. It was just Kemba.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Justice for Kemba Walker.
That shows you can still play, though. I mean, he can still play.
And coming down the season, you're gonna want to rest. You're even gonna want to try to rest a guy like Marcus Smart, like bringing in Kemba Walker. And the thing is it's hard to rest Marcus Smart because the next guy up would be Malcolm Brogdon, and then the next guy up would be Derek White. Like that's 3 starting guards. Like those guys are starters on any other team. They really, really are. Mm-hmm. And on nights you want to get all 3 of them rest, but because Peyton Pritchard's not going to be healthy, JD Davison is your only guard. Like you don't really have the roster, I guess, construction to do that in terms of you don't have a lot of guards after those guys. So it'll be interesting to see. Rumors are rumors, but Celtics do have an open roster spot, and with, like you said, Pritchard could miss some extended time during an important stretch of the season where he should be getting minutes right around this time of year, especially against a team like the Houston Rockets on Monday night. All right, did I miss anything, Ian? You're the regular on this show, so you gotta help me if I'm missing.
I'm trying, Justin. All right, I'm trying here. All right, so one last thing I want to say is if you listen to Jason Tatum's postgame interview with Chris Forsberg, he 100% just made it clear he doesn't care about the MVP. He doesn't care about first-team All-NBA. He doesn't care about anything except winning an NBA Finals. So, that's his stance. That's his stance on the whole MVP debate and such.
He cares about putting 55 up in a All-Star game, but that was shallow. That was shallow. I can't confirm that the Miami Heat continue to suck it up. They got trounced in overtime to none other than the Orlando Magic. They got 18-6 in the overtime. Miami falls to 36-33. So with the Miami loss and a Celtics win tonight, do you know what that means? That means the Celtics have clinched the play-in spot. So the Celtics, they can lose every single game of the regular season and still be in the play-in tournament. I believe Tom Giles said that 3 Celtics wins or 3 Miami losses will clinch Boston a playoff spot. So, that magic number is 3. We know the Celtics are going to get in. It's just a matter of, are they going to be first? Are they going to be second? Is Philly going to creep out of nowhere in the last few games and surprise us? But for now, the Celtics just have to stay the course. They have to stay healthy. I think no matter what, 1 or 2, you get that home court advantage until the conference finals. It's not guaranteed that Milwaukee or Boston makes it. But if I'm Boston, I know the Celtics prove they can win it on the road in both the playoffs and regular season. I'm just getting out of the regular season healthy. I'm making sure Al Horford, Robert Williams, Grant Williams, Blake Griffin, my centers, especially Jason Tatum. I'm making sure those guys are all healthy and ready to go against a first-round opponent.
Another bad news thing, the Milwaukee Bucks are beating the Golden State Warriors 105-97 without Giannis. So
yeah, I'm watching it right now. That's the thing. Milwaukee, that's true winners, though. They're finding ways to
no
win.
Giannis.
Yeah.
No Giannis.
Milwaukee is really, really.
And there's not like one overwhelming performance either. Their highest scorer is Brook Lopez. He has 17. Chris Middleton has 16. Holiday 15. Ingles 12. Portis 15. Carter 13. Grayson Allen 12.
Dude, I'm not going to sit here and discredit the Bucks, but can that just go? Like, Golden State has not been playing good. They got smacked against Memphis the other. I mean, they got obliterated by Memphis the other night.
Yeah,
Steph has been super terrible as well. By the way,
Ingles
Steph is only
4 from 3. He 4 overall, 4 from 3 tonight, 12 points.
Steph is also shooting 6 of 19 and 2 of 10 from 3. He's got I think he just hit another 3. He just hit another 3, but
they just got Goran Dragic.
I can see why that report came out where Celtics executive was quote unquote pissed about Goran Dragic going to the Bucks.
Ingles with another 3, dude. 5 for 5. Like, wow.
Wait, that was a report that they were pissed that Dragic is on the Bucks?
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it's actually true, but it came out that a Celtics executive was mad that Goran Dragic got released from the Bulls and was able to sign with the Bucks because they thought that since the Celtics beat them on Christmas, they had enough depth to defeat them. But now adding Dragic adds another layer of protection for the Bucks, something like that. I don't think it's real. I think it's just stirring up controversy.
Here's a fun fact, though. Like, I don't know who this executive is, but if you go and look, like he put it in the stat muse or something like that, if you look at Dragic's like stats against us all time, dude, he's averaging like 20 and 15 assists all time against us. It's ridiculous. Like back when he played on the Suns, he had like a 30-20 game on us. Like, he's always killed it.
Oh, wait. 108, 103 now.
So,
I
can see why somebody's upset. I mean, I'm not happy about it. I hate to play against him. I hate it.
Really?
No, the worst part about Goran Dragic is he will do the stupidest moves and it'll work every single time. He did it in Miami. He did it in Brooklyn last year in the playoffs. It's just
that's
just
frustrating. Y'all are bugging over Dragic.
Yeah,
I'm bugging over Joe Ingles. I hate getting pieced up by that dude. He has zero athleticism. He's a YMCA player. I'm in no better shape. It feels like I could play against him. Like,
dude, you know who I think I could beat on a 1-on-1 is Mason Plumlee. I think I could kick his fucking ass.
Dude.
I'm just Mason Plumlee's still like 6'11".
Why,
dude? Yeah, what, Jack? How tall are you? Like, wait, what are you gonna do?
I'm like 6'1". I don't know. I'll run around him. I don't know. Run circles around him. I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Try to
foul him and put him at the free throw line and make him shoot left.
Yeah, dude, exactly, dude. I could beat him in a free throw shooting contest. I think. I don't know.
Definitely. No, definitely.
Yeah.
No, not definitely. No, not definitely at all. You get destroyed.
Definitely.
Justin, what are you
talking about, man? Free throw shooting contest.
Who wins a free throw contest? Jeremy Sohan or Mason Plumlee? Sohan's the one.
What are we even doing now? Justin is frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen.
There he is. He's good now.
Yeah. I was like, what's wrong with Justin?
What happened?
Appreciate you, Nets fan.
We were just talking about who would win a free throw contest: Jeremy Sohan, Jack, or Mason Plumlee.
I think you got to go me, man. I think it's
Jack,
I
I've
think
never
pretty-
seen you shoot a jump
I think
shot
it's a lot.
before. Show me jump shot reveal.
Jump shot review. I don't
Are
know if it's a mini hoop.
Are you in your state of mind like right before you got the tattoo again right now? Like, is that
I think so. I think
he's
so.
back in
Yeah.
that state of mind, boys?
I think I am.
Well, this is when he got it. This was prime
He's
time when he
unstoppable.
got it
Then
the last
he's
time.
unstoppable.
Dude, this is dangerous, man. Shit. Dude, it's coming up.
Would you change that 2 to a 3 if they win it this year?
Yeah, no, for sure. That's the plan, man.
Yeah, is it? I just don't know if it ruins it. Like, or do you think you'll
No,
always?
no. I'm gonna keep the 2 like on the tattoo, but I'm gonna put a 3. Like I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it
Cross it
yet.
out and just put a 3.
Put like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
cross like the line over the 2.
Or
and
maybe
then-
you go through the whole number with the cross and just put it right below it.
Oh my god!
Where did you
The
get
Warriors tied the game, and Drew Holiday hit a 3.
Bro, I fucking hate Drew Holiday, bro. Dude, you know who
I hate
talks?
Drew Holiday.
Yeah, me too.
it? Who dropped?
What's
Dude,
up?
Drew Holiday talks a lot of shit for being asked.
He's not even ass. That's his problem.
He's not though. He's not. He's not ass.
Man.
So why do you call him ass?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Dude,
I just
I
don't
don't
like
start
him,
this
man.
he almost
I
had-
know, but he's just like he shouldn't.
He's got
Like, I guess
18,
he's
9, and 8 right now.
18, 9, and 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, damn. Okay,
18
never
points,
mind.
9
then.
rebounds, 8 assists.
What do you mean? Never mind, bro. Dude was an all-star this year. And you
Yeah,
say,
I know,
yes,
but it's
never
like-
mind.
Watch.
Jack Bayless. They called you
God
Jack
damn
Bayless.
it.
Bro tried to
Come
wipe
on,
away
man.
with a take with never mind. That's insane. I love it.
Thanks, David.
Oh, I mean,
I mean, if
Come
you
on,
really
Alan,
want to
man.
talk about it, Drew Holiday has 18 points on 19 shots. So, I mean, if you really want to talk
okay, Ian. Stop rubbing it in, Ian.
Well,
Well, no, it's 19 shots to get 18 points. It's 36%
Oh.
shooting.
Oh, yeah. No, he sucks. See?
Oh, there we go. All right.
Oh, Brooke
All right,
Lopez
come on.
blocked Jordan.
I'm
What
trying
are
to
we even doing? What are we even doing here?
Oh,
now?
they turned it over.
Dude, I'm trying. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out the ending to this game. We could easily end the live stream, but we'd still be talking about this. So,
No, that's
Draymond,
fact. Come on.
Jordan Poole. Oh,
We're
Jordan
now-
Poole got blocked, bro.
See, I'm
That's
ahead
the
of you guys.
Oh, Holiday turned it over.
yeah, at this point, it's just live commentary to the
Hey,
end of
let's
this game.
go.
I'm
I'm sure
like
people
5
are
minutes
enjoying it.
behind
So.
Ian.
This is Warriors Celtics live here.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Steph, please. This is the only time I'll root for you.
What's the,
Curry.
what's the score?
Bang!
Oh my god.
What? I didn't see it. What the
Curry
fuck?
for 3.
Bang!
Steph Curry with
That's
8
ridiculous.
seconds left. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh,
You-
Curry's hyping up the crowd. Curry's hyping up the crowd.
What happened?
Oh my
And
god.
Justin goes.
goes out. Justin got so excited that he had to
Oh,
leave.
here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The Bucks. Oh, timeout. Oh, okay.
No, timeout. Let's go,
Yeah.
Steph.
Dude, why is ABC
Uh.
asking for my email right now? This is not the time.
And where's Justin? Did Justin just like freak out so much he left?
Justin's I know he's freaking out. It's okay. Bro, I swear to God, if we get walk off Drew Holiday shot again.
Oh, how the heck did he hit that? That's crazy.
Justin got so excited that there he is.
The game's down for me.
Are we still in this?
Yeah.
Ryan, download the Real app. It gives you everything in real time.
I have that, yeah.
All right.
But
Use that.
My back?
Because my game
Yeah,
is
you're
behind
back,
too, but I'm
Justin.
using that. So
no, my stream just won't work at all.
All right, let's go. I got excited. I think I just hit off my computer here. All right, let's go. Curry for
this is the only
He's
time we're going
what?
to be rooting for the Warriors. By the way,
Yeah, facts. Wait,
What
where
is-
are you guys in the game? I'm looking at this right now. Hold up.
8.
yeah, that's where I'm at too.
I'm looking at a thing that says ABC's unavailable, and they want my email address.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Dude, you got to get Xfinity Stream.
What a scam.
My school gives it to me, but our
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is so horrible that I can't watch anything on it. So like I have to I have to just use my PS5 and my HDMI.
School Wi-Fi is
Yeah.
the worst. School
Terrible.
Wi-Fi is the worst.
All right, let's go.
Overtime, we're done.
Curry
Yeah,
Curry
let's
blocked
go.
the layup.
Hang
No,
on.
yeah.
The game on TV is a little behind for Justin, so we got to wait.
Yes!
I'm watching this.
Time out!
I'm watching this. I'm watching
No!
this. Hold on.
That's
The inbound is happening.
All of us.
The inbound is happening.
iPod Nano, bro.
The inbound is happening.
That's insane.
All of us are behind on everything.
Oh!
Oh! D
No
point.
way. Nobody say
D point.
anything, bro. If Curry
D
hits
point.
a shot here to win the game, this is crazy. And the fact that this is on stream.
You know what's crazy? It's going to be Kevon Looney. I want to bet.
You
Let's
think?
get a sharp bet going.
He's relevant.
All right, no one say anything, dude.
So you can go for it.
Oh, yeah. Guys, there's Drew Holiday getting smacked by Steph Curry.
I'm
trying
looking
to
at
come in the
Curry
middle.
spit out his mouthpiece.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this is
gotta
kind
put
of
that
funny.
thing in his mouth, bro.
Hey, why not?
Damn, we should do this during Celtics playoff games.
Dude,
I know,
for
right?
real.
Hey, shout out to everyone who's still here and seeing our reaction.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
guys are still here watching this, much love. It's gonna
Shout
be
out to-
Curry.
Oh, they took out. They took out Looney.
No,
Can you
Draymond
imagine
Green.
if it's Draymond? All right,
Yeah,
no
Yeah,
one
it's
say
out
nothing,
Looney.
bro.
Oh, they put
Everyone
they put
be
Jordan
quiet.
Poole.
Yeah,
Everyone be quiet.
We can't, Ryan. We can't say anything because we're ahead of Justin, and
No, I got
Justin
you.
is way ahead of Jack.
No, I got you.
Yeah, Justin, you gotta shut up, man. You can't be screaming over there.
I was just reading
Oh, there he
substitutions. They
goes.
put in
He
Poole
just
for
left.
Looney.
Oh no, Justin's there. Never mind. Still here, boys. Let's go, Ben David. All right. I ain't even looking at y'all faces, bro.
If this game goes into overtime, we're not.
Yeah, I know. Shut. What the hell? No way. There's no way. Hold on. Hold on.
Dude.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Gets it.
MVP that guy.
Inbound. Gets it to Draymond. What the hell? What the hell?
Us three should release a class like how to scam Boston kid.
Dude, y'all had me, bro.
Local Boston kid.
All right, look,
Just
Dude,
like that
can
girl
you
from
imagine-
LaSalle, right, Jack?
Yeah, literally, bro. Christ.
Bro,
Yeah,
why was Draymond taking that shot though?
I can't see
Dude,
what
can you
happened.
imagine?
Because I can't see what happened. I just know what the app says.
Yo,
Draymond decided he was going to be Steph Curry tonight and take a 30-foot three and absolutely brick it.
Dude,
That's
can you
exactly what
imagine
we want, right? Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine if Draymond made that?
Why was he on the court?
I don't know.
I don't know. And why do you bring Jordan Poole in if you're not going to pass it to him?
That was a weird.
And Steph Curry was
possession, man.
inbounding. I don't know why Steph was inbounding.
Yeah.
Draymond should have
That was-
inbounded. That makes no sense.
Yeah,
was
that
so
was just a
stupid.
weird.
I don't know what their thought process of that was, but whatever.
The Kings and Suns are in a good one too. I want to point that one out. That one's 95-96 game at the end of 3. Sacramento.
Light the beam. Light the beam.
Let's go. Beam
Listen.
team.
De'Aaron Fox came off the bench tonight.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
the
been
Kings
injured.
are fire,
He hurt his
man. I
hamstring.
like it. Dude, I love the Kings.
Or no, maybe he didn't. No, that's just on court. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has a
Equally-
hamstring injury too.
No
Listen,
Durant
we gotta-
tonight.
We gotta end this.
All right.
All
All right. It was fun. I wish this game would have ended on stream, but
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, but
that would have been nice. Justin is gone again, so
that's
all
gonna
right.
wrap it up.
Any final thoughts we got here heading into the next
I
game?
don't think so.
Since we
I
are a
would just
Celtics
win.
channel here.
Yeah, no, fact. Just win, man. Just win, baby.
Let's win it.
Thanks.
All right.
We need Justin to come back.
I know we
He's
need
the only one
Justin.
that can end the stream.
I think so. But if this goes another minute, I'm ending it.
We'll just have to wait for Justin to come back. But hey, we can talk about I don't know, the rest of the Warriors game here.
Yeah, we'll talk about
until Justin comes back.
Let's talk about my man Jock Lawndale.
Jock Lawndale, what a guy.
Dude, he's got an